children, it's time for another recorder lesson. So today we're going to look at a new piece. It is called Jellyfish on page 90. So this one I will give to you as a printout if you're coming to school, if you're doing online learning. I will send the photo with the video and then you can print it out at home or wherever you can print it. Okay, so we are going to look first of all at the time signature, which is 4/4, and we know that that stands for 4 quarter notes in a bar. So we're going to be counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Okay, remember that G there is a half note, right? And there's another G half note. If it's not colored in and it has a stem, a half note is 2 beats long. A half note, or the musical name, a minim. Okay, and then we have crotchets here. So those that are colored in with a stem, they are crotchets or quarter notes, which is 1 beat long. This is a crotchet or a quarter note rest. Excuse me. So a 1 beat rest. And then we also have a half note rest or a minim rest, which is 2 beats of rest. Okay, so let's also just look at sharps. So all throughout you will see there are F sharps, and we know it looks like a hashtag, but this is a sharp sign. It goes before the note. So first the sharp and then the note, but we say it's F sharp. Okay, so let's make sure we know how to play F sharp, because that's a relatively new note that we've learned. So if this is G, we know that G is the first 3 fingers at the top plus the thumb at the back, and remember to always put your left hand at the top and right hand at the bottom. And then we're going to take our middle finger and ring finger and cover these 2 holes. So we skip a hole here, and then the bottom hole will be open. And that is F sharp. Let's play an F sharp together. Deep breath and tongue with. Here we go. And tongue gently so that you don't crack the note. Okay, now let's go through the notes together. We are going to say the letter names. And remember what we've learned in music theory. When we go down, like we're climbing down the ladder, down the musical staff or stave, we are going backwards in the alphabet. If we're climbing up the ladder or up the staff, we are going forwards in the alphabet. Okay, and the musical alphabet is only A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then we repeat A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and again and again. Okay, so we know that the poem that we use for the line notes of the treble clef is Every Good Boy Deserves Fudge. So the first letter of every word is the note name on that line. Every good boy deserves fudge, or E, G, B, D, F. Therefore, I know that that is G. I also know it is G because the treble clef is called also the G clef, because the second line from the bottom where you start drawing your treble clef symbol is G. Okay, so G, F sharp, rest. G, now we skip one down backwards in the alphabet to E, rest, and E, D. E, rest, rest. E, D, E, F sharp, G, rest. Now we skip up to B. We know that's B, every good boy, B for boy. B, A, G, F sharp. So you see I'm going back in the alphabet, in the musical alphabet. B, A, before A in the musical alphabet is G, because we just go back again. G, F sharp, and then G, F sharp, E, D, back up to E, D, rest. F sharp, D, rest. G, F sharp, G, rest, rest. B, A, G, F sharp. So that line and that line is the same, and that line and that line is the same. G, F sharp, E, D, E, skipping up to G. Remember, if you skip a space, you're skipping a note. E, G, G, F sharp, G, G, rest. Okay, so this exercise is for the lower notes that we've learned so far. And when you see a tick like this, it means it's a place for you to breathe. So there's only one tick in this piece, but that doesn't mean it's the only place where you can breathe. Where else can we breathe? We can breathe wherever we see rests. So you also don't want to hyperventilate, so you're not going to breathe everywhere. You're going to breathe like every 2 bars. So G, F sharp, G, E. E, D, E, and breathe. Okay, so every 2 bars. Now I'm going to play it for you. Listen carefully to what it sounds like, and then you're going to practice it this week. Here we go. Okay, so that's what the jellyfish piece sounds like. Practicing the lower notes that we have learned up to now. Grade 5 and 6s, today we're going to learn another new piece. It is called Bike Jump, and this is on page 10. So this is a page that you already have. At the top of page 10, the first piece is Cuckoo, and the second piece at the bottom is Bike Jump. So just look for that page. You should have it already. It was in the printed packs that we gave out a long time ago in the second term. Okay, so first of all, the time signature is 4-4. So we know we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and just look out for rests. This is a quarter note rest. So this is a quarter note and a quarter note rest. So both are 1 beat each. So ta, rest, ta, rest, ta, rest, ta, rest. Okay, and then here we don't have any rests. It's the same notes repeating. Let's see. G, rest, E, rest. G, rest, A, rest. G, E, G, A, G, E, G, A. So the same notes over and over. There with rest in between and here without. And then we breathe. And here you will also breathe because you have the rest there. So where there's a rest, you can breathe as well. And then we're going to play quavers. These are crotchets, but quavers are 8th notes. So 2 quavers, 2 of these notes fit into 1 quarter note. So what is very helpful to think of the word T when you have a quarter note and coffee for your 2 8th notes. So you use the 2 syllables, the 2 parts of the word. Coffee, 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 tea. Rest, 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 tea, coffee, water. Okay, so your quarter note is T. Your 2 8th notes is coffee. And then your half note, your minimum, which is 2 beats long, you say water. Okay, that's going to help you a lot. And remember that this rest is a half note rest or a minimum rest, so 2 beats long. If it sits, if this little rectangular block sits on the 3rd line from the bottom, it's a half note rest, which is 2 beats long. If it hangs from the 4th line, you get a different one that hangs from the 4th line, then it is a whole note rest, 4 beats, but this is a half note rest or a minimum rest, 2 beats rest. And then you have that one as well. So you're going to have T, rest, rest, rest. Okay, I'm going to play it for you, and this is what it sounds like. Okay, so the second line is quite quick. So don't practice it that quickly from the beginning. Obviously, we're going to start slower. Okay, so the second line is quite quick. Don't practice it that quickly from the beginning. Start slowly and work your way through. So the best way to practice, as we know, is you take one bar at a time, 1 or 2 bars. You do that over and over until you know it. And then you go on to the next 2 bars and then you put it together. Don't just play through. Okay, take small parts, do it over and over, and then make that bigger and bigger until you get through the whole piece. And remember the rhythm here. Coffee, 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 tea. All right, I hope you have fun learning this new piece and have a lovely day further, and we'll have another lesson next week.